I am Mr. Autopilot, ATTOPILOT. I am a producer, engineer, photographer, artist, creative director, co-founder of Collaborative Club, one half of Autopilot and KO. I've owned a couple of recording studios, photography studios. Started in my basement or my bedroom bedroom closet, my aunt's basement where I lived upstairs, my cousin's basement,
the lab.
Mm-hmm. Had a group called the Residential Music Group. I had some other groups I was a part of, or a couple. Taught plenty of engineers, artists, and friends. I still work with plenty of friends and family. It's pretty dope. But enough about me. To my left, we have
one half of Atto KO, a.k.a. Kevin Ocampo, KO.
El Colombiano. Why's my hand like that? So, Autopilot and KO consist of two gentlemen. Myself, Atto, obviously KO right here. Now, a little backstory for those who don't know. There were three gentlemen at first that introduced me to making music, which is my cousin KO, my brother Ron, Ron the Don, and Sway. Yes, the Sway of Rhode Island.
A.k.a. Swizzy.
Swizzy. Well, and
Swizzer.
Swizzy, yep. Well, technically, we'll refer to two of them. So, these guys put me on to like making beats and shit and creating sounds and whatnot, and just kind of like threw me in the lion's den. Like, this is what you want to do? Here, take that. They took the initiative to like basically take me under their wing. I'm saying athletics, other activities and shit, but mostly music. They supported me. They were the ones to be like, "Hey, yo, do this." My aunt was there too. And then later on, my our friend, rest in peace, Swizzy. If you know who Swizz is, he was a cool guy. I'm saying we all got a history. You know what I'm saying? We got a background. He was changing as a gentleman, but he was always a good friend to us.
He was our bodyguard.
Literally our bodyguard. So he would come like when no one wanted to link up or do anything, this man would show up. But we had that ill connection. There ain't no sob story that I'm telling here. It's just, that's our background. That's where this shit comes from. So that's why I keep on doing this shit. Me and KO had a falling out about like a year or two ago. But it was on some petty shit on both of us. And we linked up again, you know what I'm saying? We family, so you can't do that. So that being said, this man produces. He doesn't produce like me. He's a creative director. He got sounds. He can direct you like, yo, this is the type of sound right here. You know what I'm saying? He's like we hear and see sounds. That's the best way to describe it, nah? It's like you hear the drums. He'll be like, yo, pause that real quick. You need this shit. And he'll make it with like a funky ass noise. And somehow I'll know how to find that noise because I know the noise that he's making or he's referring to. So I'll be like, he'll be like, yo, do this.
Musical telekinesis kicking in.
He'll be like, yo, add this. And I find like a little like West Coast whistle. And be like, almost crazy shit. That's terrible beatboxing right now. And to think I beatbox. But yeah, so I feel like I'm doing a lot of the chopping up. What you gotta tell the people?
So, folks, like my boy Atto said, I'm just one half of the best duo on the motherfucking planet. Let's
Yes, sir.
fucking go. Most slept on. Holla at us. You could find me at Get Pista Cuz at Instagram. K Pista is QUE. Pista is PISTA. And Cuz, CUZ, because I am Cuz.
Que pista, cuz.
I have a bunch of people in the city that let me down, you know. I was just sitting back in my rocking chair, on the high table throughout all these years, looking down on everybody, peeping everything. But, I just kept on the hush. But, we have to live and learn. You can't be forgiven unless you forgive too. Remember that, But I'm just here, for a la orden, for whoever wants to get better musically, mentally, physically, with whatever aspect, baby. Let's get it.
Excuse me.
If I'm not in the stool, I'm working. And if I'm not working, I'm being a dad. So simple as that, man. I don't like to waste time. We don't waste time. So just fuck with us, man, for real. Fuck with us. We got it.
Big facts.
Get it.
Oh, speaking of children, we took like a hiatus, and then like we had like our short falling out and shit. But with having kids, like how did that change your mentality towards production?
How can I put it? Having kids is just life-changing. It's eye-opening, but it's not for the weak. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like life-changing. As soon as I had both my kids, I just wanted to go to I have two. I have a boy and a girl, Catty Cats, and my boy Munchie Boy. So, as soon as I had my son recently, I wanted to go to the weight room and make a beat and shit of how I felt. It was just the emotions were on 100. It was just, I was just holding my cry in. I'm just like, I got my BM looking at me. I got my newborn son looking at me. I'm like, yeah, I can't cry in front of these two people right now. Chill. But I was just, I'm human and shit. I get feelings. I get emotional and shit. I'm human. I ain't perfect, but I do try, though. I could say that I do try.
That being said, like, so like you just like you feel like it like motivated you more to make music?
Yeah, I just wanted to, make more music as soon as I put him to sleep. Simple as that.
Facts. And I remember you giving me a call one day. You're going like, yo, about to have another kid. This is what it is. We're smooth. And then I was like, all right, cool, yeah, we're smooth. That simple. Aha. Yeah, and he got two beautiful children. We named a beat after Kata. And Big Frank hopped on that joint with who else is on it?
While we was making it.
Yeah, while we was making it. No, he had a feature, no?
Jesse Piff.
Oh yeah, Jesse Piff. Damn. I'm stupid. It's like
You're not stupid, bro.
No, I recorded because I recorded it. I forgot about him. Like, yeah, now because one, Jesse Piff does make mad music. Like he'll come in and he'll do like 5 songs, and then we'll walk out with like 2. Like, so yeah, I'd be forgetting that they even have songs together. But yeah, no, I ain't got kids yet. But hopefully one day, it motivates me even more as well. You know what I'm saying? That definitely changes the dynamic. I know you had to take a step back for a little bit when you had your first kid, because you had to, you know what I'm saying, had to basically be a father.
Definitely.
Do you feel like taking that step back helped you? I mean, obviously being a father is gonna help you, but do you feel like it think it pulled you back?
No, all it did was just make me take a step back. Just one simple step back real quick from life. Just because, I had to straighten my life out a bit until I took that step forward again. That's all.
I see that. Yeah, because me, I'm the type of, there's like new investments in my life. Like I just try to figure that shit out and see how it fits. I don't like automatically like figure it out,
That's what she said.
That's right. So yeah, I had the question that just said in my mind. I remember you talking about doing like a short, like a pre-tape type of thing.
Oh yeah. Believe it or not, KO has a few bars, and it's crazy because like whoever I have rapped in front of or for or showed out to, they're just like, nigga, don't you work in construction, build your own booth, nigga, what are you waiting for? Or like, yeah, you gotta go to the booth. Or they'll be like, yeah, you need to go to the studio, nigga, what you doing? And what's crazy is back in like '02, me and Atto did a track, you know, back in my magnetic earring days and shit.
The magnetic bags.
I don't care. I pulled it up. I had people like, why? Like, I had some people going crazy. I had some people going brazy. And I had some people just, but nah, it was just simple magnetic. I was just experimenting and nah, man, I pulled it off and shit. Cause in the cover photo, that's all you see. That's the first thing you notice was the nice little bling of the little magnetic earring and shit. But that was a little phase I was going through, you know, experimenting. Sure. But we did a little track. It was like 1 minute long. I was on the chorus, me and Atto on the beat. Yeah, man, I think if I'm not mistaken, Atto was on a verse too.
Oh God.
This was like Atto said back in the residential music days and shit. We did a few tracks and we received a lot of love, believe it or not. But we just had to keep going. But I don't know what happened and shit. But
yeah, so like with. Oh yeah, so it was like a music group. It was like a friend supporting, trying to do the thing. But we had like football players, wrestlers, basketball players. So everyone was just like focused on sports. I wasn't '02. It was way back. We were doing shit like that young, but then like around that time, yeah, like it was just a bunch of us, and like everyone was just doing their own thing. So it was really tough to like get keep everyone in the same room. But we did make some funny ass memories and shit, and like just make some history. You know what I'm saying? We all got that history with people and shit. And I remember it was when I first started getting into Spanish music. Yeah, there was my boy Oso, Ose, and the other Aaron Ose. He goes by KO as well. Aaron KO. He's pretty dope. Eddie. Who else was there? Yeah, it was just like us. And then like, Swizzy. Swizzy was around as well, my brother. And like we would just like have like sessions, like random sessions, like niggas would smoke and shit. And or sip. And we'd just like have a good old time. Remember them shits, right? Or in the basements and shit.
Yes.
Remember a couple of times, not one of the first times, like Messy Ty, or Ty Cooper, like with no, I think one of the first times he brought his boy to the studio, it was like in the basement and shit. Remember Alan's basement, the dusty ass like basement? I had the doors up. I had doors with like cup holders on them, the cardboard joints, the little. And like we had like a $10 mic connected to like a Dell computer, like an Inspiron or whatever it's called. And like we had FL just making beats and shit, like literally every weekend. Just boom. It wasn't every day, it was every weekend. This is around the time like I would like walk to my boy Jalil's crib and like just like the hot summer, like boiling, like steaming, no AC. Well, me, Frank, Big Frank, and Sir Scribe, we would walk to Jalil's, like on the other side of like Providence, and like would just like cook up and shit. Then after that, I would link up with KO. We'll go to my basement and then go to his crib, have pizza and shit, just make more beats. That's literally like our lifestyle. If he wasn't shooting in the gym, we were making beats or smoking. But those are just like the highlights. That's not everything we did. Good times. Oh yeah. And we grown as fuck now, but we still doing this shit. And we know way more people. We've made way more friends, alliances, you know what I'm saying? With like artists out here in Rhode Island. And it's pretty dope. It's fun.
You could backstab us and we'll still make you a beat. Fuck it.
Big fact. Nah, real shit. We've had people like throw us bread and then not want to throw us bread when it comes to the session. It's like what is that shit? You know? I don't know. Like if you're an artist and you really take that shit serious and you're working with somebody, you got to take that shit serious. What's your opinion on that?
You got to invest in yourself. Simple as that.
That's true. Now, what are some things that you learned? What are some things that you learned along the way? Like working with me and working with like other people, because
You gotta research. You gotta explore. You gotta You gotta go to like libraries and shit and like study this music shit. I used to go to CCR in Warwick and take jazz classes and a bunch of old school music shit. Like you just got to, you got to know history and shit.
yeah, I feel like that's 100% true. Like if you're interested in music and doing music shit, you don't know where to start, or you're doing it, but you don't know what to like look into. Just look into like the history of it, like because I know that jazz course that you took, that's some of that
Jazz quartet, yes sir.
Yeah, that joint changed like the dynamic of our beats, because we were making beats and there was some of them were like alright, but then there was like most of them like they were bops for sure. Like when we have our friends, they're like, "Yo, I need to hop on that," and like we'll just record on the spot. And it was mad heads. We met like he's the Swedish guy. What's his name? Remember we met him with the actor? I think he moved to LA. We went to that crib like a couple times. The kid, he's like a DJ now.
Oh,
it was like Dominican and Swedish.
He's Dominican but lives in Sweden.
Sweden. Oh yeah.
Freddie, my boy Freddie.
Hey, yeah, he was mad cool. He told me mad shit. He was like, yo, like literally one session. He's like, yeah, you gotta do this. I was like, what the fuck? He used to fuck with Reason, and he put me on to Reason. I was like, damn.
Him and his team actually like checked us out one night and was debating on like signing us to be part of the team and shit. But like, you know, like they was on some like Dominican techno, like some whole other world than us. But like we just
definitely ahead of their time.
Yeah, no, we simply just had to merge our worlds and just try to make it happen or whatever. Yeah. But I don't know what happened. But yeah, that was Freddie and what's his artist name? Sheesh. I forgot, but they know what they're doing. They be traveling and shit. They know what they're doing.
Damn, remember the song. The hook was pretty fire. It was like it's like a part of partying and shit. It was like a techno song.
It was like pop, techno and shit, like club music and shit out of the country. That's what time they was on, like 12 years ago.
Love, drugs, and liquor, some shit like that. Love, alcohol.
They was focused.
Remember that shit? Damn. Yeah, that song was ill too. It sounded mad crispy.
And this is like 12 years ago.
Facts. Yeah, so damn, we come a long way, dude. Jesus. Like you put us in a let me gloat a little bit. You put us in a studio. We're making sound fire. You're walking out with a track. You're walking out with that shit mixed. If you can spit and not fuck up, like for a few takes, you're coming out with a solid track. If you're over here like, whoa, put that back.
You wasn't ready.
Yeah, he wasn't ready. Yeah, nah, we don't really fuck with that, so we'll just end up just fucking chopping it up. Like, all right, get a film to give them the conversation. Like, you know, you got to do this and that, you know, et cetera, et cetera. This is what we do. But like when the room is quiet and all you hear is the beat bumping, like you know, something like we cooking, like something's up. Like we probably got like it might not be a smash hit, but it got potential. We gotta focus and complete the task at hand. But that's usually how we work in the studio. That's how shit usually pops off for us. But yeah, what's it called? What's your take on the I guess the climate, the music that's out now? Like, do you listen to like any like local artists aside from the people that we work with? Like, cause I know Keenan Eyes he's nice.
Yeah, but locally, like I'll press play on like a few things. My boy Joe Bruce will put out there.
Yeah, we got some jams with him.
Ty Cooper and shit. You know, he's making noise now. Whatever. I'll press play on a few things. He'll post up and shit. Big Frank. You know, I feel like I'm one of the number one fans and shit. You know. Go follow Big Frank, you know, on all platforms and shit, you know.
The Big Frank C.
Who else? There's a lot of potential, but there's very little love. So it's like if you're not hitting us up, if you're not trying to check us out, it's gonna take a lot for us to even look your way and try to check y'all out. Simple as that. That's all.
It ain't about the money either, but you got to come correct.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, we've had some cats, like, I think I mentioned this earlier. This is what I was trying to say, yeah. Like, we've had cats like, yo, I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying to do this, do that. And then we're just like, all right, well, it's this much an hour. Our beats are this much. Well, let's get to work. Nah, but you know what I'm saying? I get paid. Shit. The way my savings is set up, my checkings is out here wilding. Well, it's not our problem. But here's what we can do. How much times have we offered this? Yo, just buy a beat and we got you with the studio time. Yo, just pay for the studio time. We got you with the beats. Yo, pull up. Hey, I like your verses. Hop on this track real quick. We'll split it. Once you get to the split part, everybody's like, I'm trying to own the whole thing. That's just wild. The thing about owning the whole thing is that I heard someone outside. The thing about owning the whole thing is like right now you don't necessarily need to own all your masters. First off, if Jay-Z ain't DMing you, you're not having a conversation with people like that, and they're not even looking your way. Fucking masters, like just fucking create. Get sued. Fuck it. That may sound like bad advice and shit. Like just fucking drop your music, hop on someone's song, drop that shit, collab with people, because Joe Schmo next door might be might have a hit on his hands and is just like too scared because no one's trying to work with him. What you think?
Nah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, anything to add to that? Like,
nah, you're right. You took all the words out my mouth and shit, but yeah, nothing but facts was being said right there, man.
Like if you're an aspiring artist, or you're an aspiring producer, or you could be a vet. Collab with us. We out here. You show us a few things, we'll show you a few things. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Let's get to it. Like there's too much talent out here. Like I was talking to Frank, and it's like someone had mentioned on the podcast that like the downside of Rhode Island, like the artistry out here is like this like crabs in a barrel type of thing. I'm paraphrasing, but he was paraphrasing. So, or quoting, I don't know the proper terms. So don't come at my life. I think that's the thing too. Is like there's mad people that are talented and they're either too cheap or too prideful to work with somebody because you know someone else, and it's like weird. I don't fuck with that shit.
Let's support each other, baby. Let's support each other.
Yeah, that's all it comes down to. And on this podcast, I'm not begging nobody to support me. I'm not crying about people not supporting me. I'm just sharing knowledge and just, opinions on shit. Like, let's not deny each other the success that we deserve. You know what I'm saying? Your success could be a part of my success. My success could be a part of yours. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. If you succeed, we succeed. If we succeed, you succeed.
Big facts. Like, getting into like inspirations and shit, like Pharrell, Timbaland, Swiss Beats, David Guetta, who else? Who am I missing? Scott Storch, Dr. Dre. I mean, they probably got mad shit stolen from them. People jacking their sound and shit, but it's like, fuck it, if our sounds like, that's the point I want to get to, like, where like people just jacking my sound, jacking our sound, our vibes. Shit. That's fine. We're doing something right. Like those are my inspirations. They like when they drop a beat or like a certain beat, I'm like, yo, that's just I just mentally dissect it. I just can't stop listening. Like Ryan Leslie, I mean, I think before the Mozart joint, but even the Mozart joints, it's like genius. Excuse me. Damn. What artists or producers like motivate you, inspire you? Now I know a few, but like are there new ones? Like, you know?
I like Metro Boomin. I like Alchemist. I like Cardo.
Alchemist.
I like Pharrell. There's a lot. But at the end of the day, you know, all of New England, all of Rhode Island, and this whole world got to show more love to Atto KO though, because you know we're very underrated. We have a lot in the works. I'm hearing a lot of sounds that we've used back in the day that are being used today to this day.
To this day.
And that's our fault because we haven't put anything out like that yet. But that's just the perfectionist side of us. Mind us, you know. Thank y'all for your patience. But like Otto said, you know, pretty soon I'll drop my first tape where I'm actually spitting or finding people that inspire me locally or whatever. So, you know, we rather just let our work do the talking, you know?
Big facts. Yeah, like it's not like we're bragging about or gloating about like, oh, yeah, you know, we got people waiting on us to say. Now we got friends, family, we got our own audience or support system, which is highly important. Like, remember your folks used to be like, yo, just as long as you stick to it, you know, they'll support you and shit. My parents were kind of like that. They really didn't want me to make music. They wanted me to just be fucking, you remember that shit?
They wanted this guy to be like a scientist or a teacher or something.
Facts.
Nothing against that, you know, but you know, you can't just wake up one day and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna be a scientist. You can't just wake up one day and be like, yeah, I'm gonna just be a phlebotomist. Nah, like when you know you made the right choice when you're just thriving through this shit. And when you choose your path and you're just consistently on that path and nothing stopping you, man, that's when you know you made the right choice.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been mad artists that were working at a Starbucks, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, like stores, warehouses. You know what I'm saying? Hustling. And they had that passion. And they ended up doing something. Like some creatives, they made it at our age. And who knows? Like I got some joints that stuff I can't talk about right now because you know what I'm saying I don't want to jinx it, but you know, God has blessed us with some opportunities and through like the most random people. So like I got some joints with King Cyrus, and recently he hopped on an Atto KO beat, and this shit's stupid.
Jersey Club drill type beat.
But it's like we just like I had a sample and I was like, yo, check this out, and KO comes through and I was like, yo, I need to add something. It's missing something. Like, I bring out the keyboard. She's like, let me do something. It was off key at first because it was like the wrong chord. I gave him the wrong chord to play. And he just adjusted the fingers. I was like, ooh, yo, when this shit drops, shout out to King Cyrus because he did his thing on it. Like it was mad random. He's like, yo, I like that beat. He was trying to look for a beat to shop around, and that was the one. He's like, yeah, I need to hop on that joint. It was fire. And then I think that night or the next day I sent it to KO, and KO was like, it's like, damn, I like that shit. I fuck with it. What's gonna happen with it? And I'm just like, I don't know. It's a demo right now. So definitely like working with, because he produces as well. Not at like my level, but he's just that creative. Like he just has to produce. He's a writer, an artist, a guitarist, and he definitely inspires me. He's one of those friends that inspire me. Like we lived in New York for a little bit, and we would fucking party, work, party, create music. We had some bangers.
The life of a New Yorker.
Yes, sir. And yeah, those of you that like just want to like live this lifestyle. I'm not even like a rock star. I live like a rock star lifestyle, but it's like I live with barely any like limitations aside from like being a human being, bills, housing, credit, you know, transportation. If you can get yours, you're gonna be all right. Go out there, get yours. Work a 9 to 5. Support your craft. You know what I'm saying? But just keep it pushing. Don't stop. Just because you ain't got no job don't mean you can't do some studio shit. But also, you need some bread. Don't be slacking on yourself.
Stack up.
Stack up, rack up. You know what I'm saying? Pack up, move forward. Grow forward, as I like to say. All right? That's like, yo, you can do this shit. We're doing this shit. There's times that we're not even in the best situation. We're like, yo, let's hit the studio, dude. Fuck this shit. Let's go to the studio, dude. Yo, we outside tonight? Let's hit the studio.
Every night, man.
Hey, are we going an hour tonight?
Wait for me. I'm at the studio.
That's the pregame spot.
Yo, we got some biddies, bro.
It's not even called Nairo no more either.
tell them to pull up to the studio real quick. Facts. Is it 1221? What the fuck is what is that? The address?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh man. Find me in the studio. That's my Snapchat. ATTO_pilot on Instagram and Facebook, I believe. Twitter. Parler or Parlay. Autopilot. Que pistas, cuz.
Is my Instagram, but my Snapchat is Colombia. K.OLOMBIA. That's my snap.
You better have some people up in your DMs.
It's all right. It's all right.
Hi, gaming. Hi.
Oh yeah. I am single too, by the way. You know. This is my first time announcing it. You know, I was just keeping it on the hush for a while, a couple months. But if you don't know shit, you can't say shit, baby. Let's get it.
Hey. Yes, sir. Go out and do your shit, man. If you got any questions, concerns, you can holler at suck my dick. But yeah, studio time is available, beats available. You want to interview on this podcast, holler at me. I'm just fucking around when it comes to like this, the bullshit and whatnot, cussing and shit, insults. Listen, don't take that serious. But the messages and the gems, rate them shits down, man. Make a reel out of that shit. Clip that. I got you. Now, before we wrap up,
always wrap it up too, you know.
I mean, to each his own. Running a studio, being a producer, it's fucking tough. So definitely get your bread up. You have to have your mind right too, because motherfuckers is gonna cross you, whether you wanted them to or not, or whether you expect them to or not. We've had experiences where like people try to like short us or what we earned, and we're like, nah, I ain't fuck with that. But also, in a creative standpoint, it's like this is what it is. This is a part of it. People are gonna try to short you, try to take your title, jack you,
take advantage of you,
take advantage, and treat you like a jerk off. You know what I'm saying? You know you're not that, so don't let people treat you that way. Stand up for yourself, but don't lead with your chin. Stick your chest out, but don't be a fucking dick. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might have to be an asshole, but just, you know what I'm saying? Treat people the way you want to be treated, but stand your ground, be stern, be firm, let your drive and your ambition definitely take a back seat when it needs to. You know what I'm saying? Humble yourself. Your ego, leave that shit at the door, but when you need to, definitely flex that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hit the gym. The mental gym, spiritual gym. Align yourself.
Read a book.
Read a fucking book.
It doesn't have to be the Bible. It could just be, an educational book.
Well, all praise Allah, you know what I'm saying? Gifted us the talents, the time, the equipment, you know what I'm saying? The resources, for sure. Do what's best for you, but don't put yourself in a situation where it's just gonna fuck you as an outcome. Take a risk, of course, you know what I'm saying? A calculated risk at that. Not everything has to be like, oh man, if this doesn't work out, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this has to do this and that. Remember, you're a creator. What you want, Allah's going to make a fool out of you and your wants by showing you and giving you what you need. Especially as a creator, because we want so much. We want the money, fame, the love, recognition, like all that. But at the end of the day, it's like, yo, what you need. You need discipline. You need some type of education, inspiration, motivation, love yourself, all that. We can go down a whole list of this shit. But tune in again because part 2 is finna be lit. I'll let you know that right now. We coming on some energy. I just want to introduce you to my peoples, my cousin, I'm saying, the fam, KO, Autopilot KO, in the building, baby.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, cuz. Yeah, thank y'all for watching and listening.
Bless up, bless up, bless up.
Yeah, what he said.